So, Apple is no longer disclosing how many units they sell of the iPhone, the Mac, iPads, but why? I'm gonna tell you why.
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, the show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Forgot to breathe. Hang on, almost passed out. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're doing well. Stay tuned for later in the episode where the sponsor spot normally is. We got an announcement for you, and if you care, that part is for you. All right, so story numero uno for the day. Let's just imagine, hypothetically, you are messaging one of your very best friends on Facebook Messenger. You're messaging away. Have you ever wondered to yourself, I wonder what would happen if these messages were stolen and up for sale somewhere? Maybe it's time to wonder. Because that's exactly what happened. Sometime during this fall, contents of hacked private messages from at least 81,000 different Facebook accounts were being sold. Apparently what had happened here is users downloaded some sort of browser extension. This browser extension ended up being malicious, obviously, and that browser extension was able to obtain details from messages that people were sending back and forth. Again, at least 81,000 different Facebook accounts. The hackers then turned around with all the information that they had obtained and then sold access to it for 10 cents per account. Now, the group themselves apparently told the BBC that their database includes 120 million accounts. But that number itself has not been confirmed, so let's just go with 81,000. That sounds a lot better. Oh no. Oh man, it's so good. I'm so glad I don't use Facebook Messenger on a daily basis to send messages. Oh, this is gonna be bad. It is happening! That was unnecessary. There are reports now stating that the design for the Foldable Galaxy device coming from Samsung has been finalized. We've been talking about this phone for well over a year. Apparently, like a year ago, people got to see concepts of this phone. We've even heard rumblings that we're going to be seeing this device next month. Well, whoa, it is November. It is that month. This month. We're going to see it this month. But just now, the design has been finalized for this foldable phone? Okay. According to Korean news outlet The Bell, who we've talked about before, pretty reputable, Samsung has settled on the final design for the foldable, quote-unquote, handset, because we don't really know if it's a phone or a tablet or the tablophone, phone. What? According to them, they came to the final decision back in July, so we should be pretty good. We should see it this month. Okay, so you know how I feel about this foldable device. You know that I keep saying over and over again, I've been very consistent since we started talking about this thing, that I am totally not sure this is practical for the average consumer. In fact, I'll go as far as to say it is not practical for the average consumer. I don't think anyone's gonna want this. I don't think anyone's gonna buy this, but of course, there's always like tens of you in the comment section after I say those things like, how can you say nobody wants it? I want it, I'm gonna buy it. Okay, motherfucker, you buy it, let us know how it goes. I'm curious, let us know in the comments right now, are you interested? Let us know if you wanna buy it and why, or are you not interested? Also, let us know why you're not interested. But I have a feeling I know why. Okay, so as an update to a story that we covered in last night's episode, we told you that yesterday during the earnings call, Apple let people know that they are done after this quarter giving any sales numbers in terms of units shipped. For iPhone, iPads, Mac, instead we'll just get the revenue number for all three of those things in one. We will no longer know how many units Apple shipped. And when they said that, this happened. Yeah, stock market wasn't too happy about that. And it makes sense, right? I mean, if you are an investor and the company you're investing in is like, hey, we're not going to tell you how well we're doing anymore. You're going to be like, oh, okay then. So, I mean, technically people would still get to know sort of how much revenue Apple brought in for the quarter, but we would no longer know exactly what caused it or how well like the iPhone is doing or how well the iPad is doing or Mac. We wouldn't know individual units shipped or sold, none of that stuff. But why? It seems pretty confusing for Apple to do this, but it's kind of becoming more clear. It boils down to this. Smartphone sales are declining overall. Not just Apple, overall. But yes, also with Apple. Declining is actually a funny word to use. Let's use the word slowing. They're slowing. Sales are slowing down. And even though Apple has missed expectations in terms of units shipped, specifically for the iPhone for the last couple years, they're still making a ton of money. That obviously is because, well, they're hiking up the prices a bit, and that's balancing it out. They're able to make more money even if they don't sell as many units as expected. And you know as well as I do what happens when people cover Apple stuff in terms of how well or how poorly the iPhone is doing. Even if they do make a lot of money, it's sort of clouded by headlines of Apple didn't sell as many iPhones as they were supposed to, or the iPhone sales are declining, oh, Apple's in trouble. So this would sort of be a clever way of Apple being able to say, hey, look, we keep making more money, we're beating records in terms of revenue that we're bringing in, and you'll never know if we suck at selling iPhones. And I didn't think about this yesterday, but there's actually a pretty good reason why. In terms of iPhones, yes, they sell hundreds of millions of iPhones every single year, but that does not speak to the people that already have an iPhone or have an iPhone but didn't upgrade this year. There's still a lot of users on iPhones, and I think that's what Apple wants to focus on. Instead, Apple is going to be far more proud to tell you about their services. How well are their services doing? Like, well, the App Store downloads. To Apple, numbers like that might be a better way to tell how well they're doing. A lot of people have iPhones. A lot of people have active iPhones. They use them every single day. So even if they didn't buy the new one this year, this number, the services number, would probably still give you a pretty good representation of how well Apple actually is doing. So let's look at Apple not showing us sales numbers in terms of pure units for iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Let's look at that as a pretty convenient thing that is going on. Apple can still be the most valuable company in the world. They can look like a powerhouse and skip the bad headlines of, oh, they didn't sell as many iPhones as we expected. So in terms of press, in terms of PR, this is actually genius. This is a great move. Bad, really fucking stupid move to do on a call with investors. No. There's really no way that you can look at this to make it positive. This is like a move purely for The Verge, so people aren't so harsh on Apple on The Verge, or where other tech news places. I guess this place counts as well. What do you think? Is this a stupid move? Does it make sense? Let us know in the comment section below. I guess it really doesn't matter how we feel, though, does it? Timmy Dunn already decided. All right, so for those of you that stuck around, announcement time. After years and years of Front Page Tech being independent, we are no longer that. After about a month of discussions back and forth, we have officially joined Studio 71. They are the new management team behind Front Page Tech in terms of everything, not just YouTube, but like our brand as a whole. Honestly, we're at a time right now where we really needed it. And they are also the representatives of a lot of your favorite people. Like Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning is part of Studio 71. Also, The Rock, The Fucking Rock. They also have Rocket Jump and Corridor Digital, Epic Mealtime, Hannah Hart, Superwoman. So that's pretty much it. We've really grown to a point now where as a team, we need help on the back end, and a network, a management agency like Studio 71 is the perfect solution to pretty much all of our problems right now as we're growing. Nothing creatively, like on the front end for you guys, the viewers, will change. The show is still the same. In fact, we've been with them for the last week, and nothing about the show has changed. See, it's the same shitty show. The real changes will happen behind the scenes, and we'll keep you updated. Like, they're going to manage our merch and our podcasts and all that stuff. if anything, you'll be getting more from us very, very soon. So thank you guys for your support. We wouldn't be here without you. And that's the announcement. Everything's fine. It's gonna stay the same. Nothing's changing. We didn't sell out. Things are just gonna get better. And I'll leave a link down in the description below to Studio 71's Twitter account. If you want, go give them a follow. If not, that's fine too. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it, you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. Of course, if you're new here, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.